And it's January 2nd, 2022, coming to you live from Camigan Island, southern Philippines. There's our Kaboom chop, where the next Angel's Kaboom for 005 for the airport's half made. This is Krusty Kaboom's canal. As you can see, we got considerable water flow still and a whole lot of trees. They seem to have just cut the trees and let them fall in. I'm not going to be able to hook them up. You know, it's strong, but it's going to trash it if I just leave him hooked up. I'll go down and check on him. He might, I got him unhooked. He might be hanging in there, but we'll just have to let him lay for now. And sadly, I wasn't prepared for the amount of debris. You know, the water flow you can handle, but the debris, it's going to take him out. So anyway, it's a beautiful rainy day here. We've got some serious stormage coming through here. More rain than we've had all year long. And it's usually pretty common for this time of year. In fact, you can see they actually got an alarm rating on the side of the canal over there, and it actually gets up to that third one. If you can imagine, it'd be bucking bronco time for Krusty. So anyway, go to check on Krusty and hope he's hanging in there. I got him roped off to the bridge there, so if the bridge is still there, so is Krusty. And here Krusty lays in peace, just as planned. All tucked up along the side and protected. He's not going anywhere. Everything looks pretty good up to halfway point. All the debris got pulled out. Still some in the middle, but all the trees are gone. And this is where Krusty got a little twisted, right in the middle. She just got flipped. But I'm looking at the nylon and they all stretched back. They were stretched out an inch apart on some of them, really pulling hard on that. I need to reduce the safety link back down to the 250-pound one that snapped last time, and this wouldn't have happened. But that's how I learned. This one here, we're going to have to flip that way, because that's the skirt and coral that should be down on the other side. It's going to take Bobby and another man or two at a low tide, but when all this debris starts passing through, we can hook it back up. But right now, man, we got a ton of debris. I had that video up farther. People are literally cutting these trees and just letting them fall in instead of cutting them off in pieces and pulling them out. So that one there's probably going to be in there, and that would be bothersome. But here's a whole bunch more debris, and a lot of that would pass under the Kaboom if it didn't have the net on the bottom. So we're just going to have to modify them and turn them into manly men booms and take their skirts off for the wintertime, it looks like. So time to go check on the Coke Canal. He was in some serious hurt with that big stump. We'll see where he's at today. Well, we got some good water flow today, and I think a lot of the trash has already been swept, so Krusty did his job. Now it's just waiting for the storm to stop. And we are down at the Coke Canal boom. Boy, we got a few clothes in that. Not too much plastic. Nothing's really getting past him. We're really putting the test to this guy. I wonder what that guy's out there picking up. He's got a big pile of something. That might be clams or something out there at low tide. He's got a big pile out there. I wish this had zoom. I'm thinking of getting the new DJI Osmo 2. It's got zoom on it, but a lot of debris snuck under the middle. This one doesn't have a skirt in the middle, just on the sides, and that's where the problem is. We got a big stump lodged in the net on the far side, other logs and stuff on this side, and I took the safety link out because it was too long and I wanted to raise it up a little bit higher. And so I guess now we're testing the limits of this guy, and it is stretched to the max. But I honestly think my first design here is still going to be the strongest. This has got the rope, 3/8" rope, 4 strands around with the constrictor knot. But look at all that would have gone out into the ocean. And that doesn't even count the mess I picked up the other day before the heavy rains. Well, this was actually during the heavy rains. Still got to sort and bag that. We got some ads running for some help. I'm going to go down and wrestle up Bobby, and I think we need to kick his salary through the roof. He's the hardest worker I got. I think he would probably be willing to get right down in there, maybe with me too, and see if we can get that stump out of there, get this log out of there, and get this back to working here. So we'll probably still hold it back. I think the skirts are getting damaged. We'll leave them on this one here till they tear off, but coming up soon we're going to be removing the skirts for the winter time, turn them into some manly booms with no skirts, That's the only way they're going to survive. So anyhow, we're going to go down and check on Lady, but I'm sure she's fine. She doesn't get this much water flow. But we ought to call this Bottle Island. I cannot believe it. Wait till you see all the bottles. Oh, I've got some video of it at the King. Bobby gets 3-4 sacks a day out of there now. All of this has just been waiting up in the hills for months for this rainy season to come. And I'm so glad I got these in time, or all of this would have been floating out into the ocean and all over our beaches. Perfect timing. Now I just need to keep them alive till we get through the stormy season. And here we are at Lady Kaboom. Man, she's really hitting bottom here. I think they really blasted the end open and all the water's right at sea level. It's going to be difficult to clean. But where we got it positioned, I think there's still some water under it, so we could scoop it out. But I don't think this one here is walkable, and it smells really bad. This is like right from the guts of town, and it's right down to nothing here on the bottom. And it's stinky and dirty. But Lady Kaboom has been doing her job here since, what, end of July, I believe. She's holding her own. She's got the full-length weighted skirt. This one, I think we can leave a lady and leave her skirt on through the winter. There's just not that much big chunks that come through town. The passageways are too small, but definitely need to get down here and get this scooped out. I'm going to go rustle up Bobby and see if he can help. We're going to double his wages to $1,000 a week and see if he can help with the other 3 kabooms, because I definitely need some help. Get that board out of there, but check it out. Nothing gets past the lady. She's a good working girl. We're happy to have you saving the oceans. I swear, this is Bottle Island. This one here does pretty good on the bottles too. So anyway, we're going to go check on the King, but kind of looking like a wasteland here. I hope the neighbor here doesn't mind the mess too bad, but we'll get it cleaned up as soon as I can get some help. Sorry if I'm a little lacking here, especially with the stormy weather. Not going to be a whole lot of people lining up. I'll volunteer. I'll help. No, I think I'll just stay home today. Not me. I love the rain. I love the tropics. And even though it's rainy out, it's still like low 20s. You know, it's like a nice little 72-degree day where I'm from in Washington. So anyhow, I'm going to go back out and get a picture of that. Thinking more about keeping these alive than doing the videos right now, so I'll be back. And here we are at the King. It doesn't look like Bobby's been up. Maybe he's still enjoying his Christmas bonus, the 12-year-old aged Tundawai rum. He's been doing good. We got a lot of bottles. We had this bag down here. At least it didn't get in the canal. People were probably thinking of putting it there. I went to haul it away and it fell apart. I'm going to have to get it down to the pile. We're going to sort through this and see if we can find a receipt. This is getting ridiculous. And they probably would have dumped it in the canal. We got a little cleanup to do behind this business here. I think they moved out to the far end now. But all that's going to end up in the canal if we don't do something. But again, it's a really low tide. I think it just kind of scooped the livings out of the sandbar out here, and this whole thing's like at sea level now. So anyhow, let's see if we can't get this. I'll get my gloves on for that. That looks pretty nasty. It's time to get down and dirty and wet in Mamba Jow. That's always a joke. It looks like Mamba Jow, but really it's called Mamba How because of the J thing. Anyhow, let's see if we can't rough Bobby up, get this cleaned up. I thought the King looked a little stretched when I came up. We got a serious amount of weight there stretching him out with that debris, trying to push underneath, but he's holding it all back. What a good boy. We're not going to take the skirt off of him. Bobby's right here, and if there's any problems, he can always check on him. Well, let's go up and see what the water flow looks like from where we're going to put our next Kaboom. Angel's Kaboom 005. in a very high flow river, more flow than this one. Look at the difference there. I think I wish I would have made it out of rope. That nylon does stretch a bit. The rope doesn't. Wow, it's eating this whole place out. Ooh, it's still a little windy here. I don't have my float on my camera, so if I fall in and drop it, I'll either have to drown or save the camera, but it looks fairly shallow from here. Yeah, I ate that out big time. I got to get down there and see here if I can get around this without falling in the canal. Oh, the wind's coming, blows me away. There's nobody down here to dig me out, not even Bobby. Look at the flow difference. Hardly anything coming out of the King Canal. This one here has got some serious action going. This is going to be even a bigger bucking bronco than I have on Krusty's problem. I don't think we're going to be able to put a skirt on that boy. But that's why I'm down here learning. Wow, it's really opened this up. We got some serious flow going down here now. And I wish I had the new GoPro 10. I got reading on that. It's got a lens that keeps the water droplets off so it doesn't bother it. I don't think I can slap it on the top of this one, but I'll just wipe it off here. Just a second here. Okay, there you're good to go. Look at the difference. That's the King waterway, and this is the airport. But it looks good. I can see right where the boom's gonna go. It's just up past where it starts to widen thing out. I think it's a good location. Got trees on both sides for anchor points. We're not gonna put a skirt on that one. Not during the winter anyway. We'll try it out without it. Man, it pretty much swept all the trash away here. We just got so much water flowing through here. Even this beach looks pretty good. So. Wow, what a beautiful day, huh? So I'm hiking up the fill box. Pretty well outfitted in my poncho here. A bit windy. Some of these gusts, if you're not careful, even on the bicycle, sometimes you get hit, it almost knocks you off your bike. So that's the Kaboom tour for the day. Still got issues with the recycling cage, but I might have hope there. I got a really close friend with the construction business that I can hopefully get a load taken out to the landfill here on Monday if we don't have any cooperation yet. So things go really slowly here, you know. Anytime you go into an office, here, I'll wipe the lens on. Driver's license, car renewal, whatever you do, you pretty much plan on spending the whole day. Things just really slow. And when I first started here, I thought I'd have help right away, but kind of joked around once. I says, oh, it'll probably take a year before my project is proven and I start getting some funding from the local place here at this island. But until then, I got all of you YouTube survivors, subscribers and survivors keeping this project alive, because I'm not quitting. We've gone too far on this, come hell or high water, and right now it's a little low water, but and even the high water, we're going to keep this going. Well, I'm going to go see if Bobby's up. I know, I'm a cruel boss. It's Sunday morning, 6:30 in the morning, got a storm out. Wake up, Bobby, it's time to go to work. And we don't have just one for you to clean, we got 3 more too. So I'm going to get these tied off and do a quick weigh in and get them out front, because we got 4 or 5 other sacks waiting. And LGU should be here tomorrow. They picked this one up pretty good on the bottles. They see those bottles, the clear bags was the best idea ever, and I can get those for free from the aggregate centers. That's what lines the inside of the other bags. I got to go make my rounds before they give them away. Someone else is going to catch on to that, but I need to have them sign a contract with me so I get them all or something. So anyway, I'll be back. We'll go round up Bobby. Very chilly morning. We got some extra garbage that we dug out. I just made him a proposition for him to help me out a little bit. So, and he's short a poncho, so I got the one I got now for free, and it's my favorite one. I cut it down short for me, but I'm gonna give it to Bobby to use because he's gonna need it more than me. So here's a Pasalubo. Try that one on, see if it fits. That's courtesy of Isla Trading, the one that contributes probably the most to all this. Now I got my jacket on in a second here. Get underneath here, let's see if that fits. Wow, you're good to go now, huh? You can go swimming. Look at that. He's a fighter now. Good. He's well protected. So now I just got to get my jacket on. I got another older poncho I'll have to dig out. But anyway, see if we can't get this done. Bag this up, weigh this, and we might get around to the other kabooms today. I'll be back later, so I got to get my little puny jacket on. But Bobby's protected now. He's our main man. We got to keep him happy. I'll be back. We're about to do our first weigh-in of the year 2022 with Bobby in his new heavy-duty poncho. That's a really nice one. It's even got a liner inside to it. It's a little on the heavy side, but man, it will keep you dry no matter what. So, and I cut it off shorter for myself, and it looks like it fits him about perfect too. So he's well protected. I still got my jacket. I'm going to grab another one of those. That's from Isla Trading. I think they ought to sponsor us and provide those ponchos for all the workers. What do you think? Since a lot of these bottles are coming from their place anyway. We're just going to do the weigh-in on these 4 sacks here, because this actually didn't make it into the canal. It was right on the edge over there, but it didn't make it in, so technically we won't weigh that one. We're just going to bag it, tie it up, and get it out on the street. So, and here we are. We're about ready to start the weigh-in. Trying to keep the lens dry. Here we go. Let's do a quick weigh-in, Bobby. Ooh, the battery's fading on it, it looks like. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. If not, we'll have to get a new battery and just leave it for now. I think it's because it's cold out. It's very cold today. I think 70's cold, but for here it is for us people. What do we got? Anything? No, looks like 2.5. It faded. We'll try another one here. Get the battery. I should have stuck it in my armpit to warm the battery up, I guess. But she's limping on the battery there. Go ahead and hit the tape. There you go. Okay, she's zeroed out. You can barely read it. You might be able to limp through this one. Okay, this is all plastics. And it's at 4.8, it looks like, before it faded. And we've got 2 more to go. I don't think the battery's going to make it. You might just have to guess those. The next one's probably about the same. And then a little bit smaller one. Come on, hang in there. Didn't even think of checking the batteries, but it was working fine the other day. And we got 6.2. Just barely read it there. 1 more to go and we'll call it good here. Actually 2, I think. What's that other one? Did we weigh that one yet? Yeah. That one back there next. And we got 2 more to go here. Come on, hang in there. Battery. I don't want to come back down. Good. No, I think we lost it. We lost it. Oh, now it's coming back. Come on, there we go. It's alive. Maybe because we're working it out. And we got 3.3, 3.4. And we got 1 little sack to go. Then we can haul it off out front. And LGU will pick these up, so we're pretty happy there. We're starting to get a little cooperation. It takes time here. Yeah, I get a little upset sometimes because we can't seem to get much cooperation, but no, you need to reset it, tape it. Okay, and we got 2.5 kilos, and that's the weigh-in for today. So we'll get these moved out front now, Bobby, and then go ahead and sack this up here into that sack there. But we'll get these out of there, and I'll go out front with them here. Hey, go! Getting our workout in today in the rain, but wait till you see just how much this one Kaboom stops here. And to think that for decades, this is just a few days worth coming up here. And for decades, this was just flowing out into the ocean. No wonder the garbage patch is so big, huh? Check this out. Wow. All plastic too. Doesn't get much better than that far segregated. He's doing a good job. May have taken me 2 months, but he's trained pretty good. That's going to be the problem, getting the waste picked up. So, well, we'll go finish bagging here. That's about it for today. I don't think I'm going to push him to work. We can do this another day. The Kabooms are strong. They'll hold. It's a nasty day. Maybe tomorrow will be a little better. By Wednesday, we're supposed to get some better weather. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a day here to pick this trash up and go back and to my dark, cold house and try and do a little bit of editing. So I'd get him some gloves, but I don't think he'd use them. He's a hardcore Kaboom technician now, so even the diapers doesn't fade him. They used to really bother me. I'm getting used to them now too. But the sad part of this, you won't believe this, even after you go home and take a shower, afternoon sometime, you get a sniff. It goes up in your nasal passages and you just can't get the smell out of it if it's a nasty cleanup. That's a bad part of the job, so it does bother me on that. But hopefully we'll be getting plenty of help coming up. I just ran some ads on Facebook and all the different groups, and I think there's got to be one or two strong, hard-working men like Bobby here that don't mind getting down and dirty, and we'll get this place cleaned up. So, and that's our story for the day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and you can help us out a little through the description, Patreon, and GoFundMe. Every little bit helps, and here you can actually see where your money is going. Some of the bigger corporations are doing great, but we're a little more grassroots, and you can see where your dollar or peso goes. Have a Happy New Year from Camigan, Southern Philippines. Well, I thought I'd finish up on the cage here. This is where the two pad workers cleaned and cut brush. Oh, there's a dead frog. Not exactly how I would like to see things done, but I don't have no control on that part. This is our lovely cage, reaching maximum capacity. Come on, bike, be nice now. We decided not to clean out the booms, it's just too nasty. Here's the ugly part of it, the diapers. Like 15 pounds of diapers, and they don't like those in there, but that one's about maxed out. With any luck, Monday we'll get this service. Oh, my sign's fading in the wind and the rain. And there's a couple bags I need to transfer here, but not today. I'm catching a chill now. I gave Bobby my favorite heavy-duty poncho. He needs it more than me. I just got my little cheapy jacket on, and it's not really waterproof. It's pretty thin. And when it rains and rains, it just keeps getting colder and colder. But here's what the government workers do. And then a lot of this has been here for a good long time. It never really gets picked up, or if it does, it's a long ways off. We need to get some type of a compost. My helper put this little compost thing together, but people are throwing plastic in it, so they don't really understand it. So the cage is hanging in there. If we can get this emptied out, I'm going to get my come along down here in my car. I'm going to straighten it back out and get the doors working and redo some signage with the 3D signs and see if we can keep this thing working. I don't give up easily. So that's my Sunday morning. I'm going to go home before I get too cold and see if I can get out of these wet clothes. And hey, the wet shoes, I don't have any shoes now that are dry anymore. It's going to be June before I dry my car out and everything in the house. So anyway, it's a beautiful Sunday in Camigan Island. I hope you're all having a Happy New Year. And I'm going to go home and get dry and rest for a little bit and start cleaning my house, I guess. Nothing else to do today. And I might be able to fix that solar light. She's in 1,000 pieces, but I'm pretty good at fixing things. We'll see.